Good evening. This is week 4, discussion number 4. I wrote something down so I wouldn't get all spacey and forget. So in this week's materials, I learned a lot about how scientists figure out the age of the Earth and what was happening during its earliest history. One of the main ways scientists determine Earth's age is by using radiometric dating. This method looks at the decay of radioactive isotopes in rocks. For example, the uranium-lead dating helps scientists estimate the age of the rocks because uranium decays into a stable lead over time. This was really interesting to me because I had no idea. And I know I should have learned this stuff, and I was talking to our teacher earlier, and I was telling her that I should have learned this stuff in elementary school because my nephew was talking to me all about tectonic plates and telling me what it meant before I even knew what it meant. So I'm glad I'm learning it now because there's a lot that I just had no idea. So they also use the principle of superposition, which says that in undisturbed layers of rocks, the oldest layers are at the bottom. Because these methods, scientists have figured out the Earth is about 4.54 billion years old, which is wild considering, I don't know, it's just like, it's hard to comprehend a number like that. And just to go back that far and see what's what and what came from what. And the Hadean era was a wild time from about 4.6 to 4 billion years ago. Earth was mostly molten with lots of volcanic activity and impacts from asteroids. The crust started to forming, but it was constantly changing. One of the biggest events in this era was the formation of the moon, which is believed to have happened after a huge impact between Earth and a Mars-sized object. Very interesting. I had no idea about that. When it comes to the origin of life, there's a few ideas out there. The primordial soup hypothesis suggests that life started in Earth's early oceans, where simple molecules were energized by lightning or UV radiation. The hydrothermal vent hypothesis suggests that life might have began near underwater vents, where heat and chemicals created the right conditions, which is another thing that's hard to comprehend, but amazing. Another idea, the RNA world hypothesis, says that life started with RNA molecules that could replicate themselves before DNA and proteins took over. Also, finally, the panspermia hypothesis suggests that life or its building blocks could have come to Earth from space, carried on comets or meteorites. These different ideas help us to understand the Earth's early history and kind of the mystery about how we started and how we began here and how we are where we are now. And it's extremely interesting, but also as I'm reading it, it's hard for me to take it all in and comprehend it, I guess. Not really comprehend, like I get it, but I'm not. It's like I'll learn something and then forget it and it won't stick. But a lot of this today, like with the rocks and the layers of the moon part, was very interesting to me, probably my favorite part. And then learning how to age rocks was pretty amazing also. Thank you.